This is exactly how I'm powering my next $1 million with YouTube and AI. ChatGPT's agent mode is like hiring an entire digital army on steroids. You have one agent doing SEO and scripting, one agent doing your funnels, one agent negotiating your brand deals and sponsorships, another is doing research and writing your scripts, all at the same time. So I've gained over 220,000 subscribers on this platform, over 10 million views, and I've helped business owners scale to multiple 6 figures and 7 figures in their businesses with purely organic traffic. And let me tell you, ChatGPT5 changes the game forever. If you're a business owner, coach, subject matter expert, agency owner, if you're trying to level up your business with YouTube, then ChatGPT5's agents gives you the most unfair advantage. If you're excited for this live demo, go ahead and comment agent in the comments and let's get to it. All right, first things first, we have to cross a few things off of the checklist. And that is you need to get the plus version of ChatGPT. So that you can get that under the personal business plan, or I'm sorry, the personal plan. That is $20 a month. All right, so that includes ChatGPT with advanced reasoning, all of these things that you see here, right? This is going to activate the agent mode. Okay, so without this, none of this I'm going to show you on the screen today is going to be possible. So the next thing you have to do is once you are in your account, you're going to go and navigate to your settings, and you want to make sure that you have these 3 things connected. Okay, your Gmail, your Google Calendar, and your Google Drive. You don't necessarily need Google Calendar, but it's good to have the AI agent do personal tasks for you, look at calendar appointments, etc. The other thing too, the browse connectors, feel free to connect Canva. If you're a Notion user or any one of these apps, I would highly recommend everything that you have right here, because it's just going to make it that much seamless and you can give the agents that much more to do. And then the next thing is that you want to make sure that your chat is able to browse the internet and also access different files. And so I don't know if I did this already in the settings, but basically it wants to be able to add from Google Drive, add photos and files. There you can see agent mode, which is what we're going to be using today, deep research. And so my chat can browse the internet for me. So you want to make sure those features are enabled, or else what I'll share today will not be relevant. Okay, so basically the 5 agents I'm showing you today are going to comprise pretty much like 3 pools of income, in which if I divide that by $1 million, that's what, $333,000 per income stream. So that first income stream is the agent that's going to do the SEO, scripting, and all of that. That is obviously going to help my YouTube channel power the organic traffic, which is then going to help generate me leads, which is then going to send more traffic to my programs, my courses, and everything, and get people from viewing my YouTube channel into my CRM. Okay, so that's of course how I plan to monetize with that first pull of traffic. The second one is with email marketing. So with the agent and all the things it's able to do for funnel building and all of that, that's going to help me with composing email marketing campaigns, creating email sequences for my audience, and doing the heavy lifting in the copywriting with my voice. Okay, and that third category is brand deals and sponsorships and negotiating, because negotiating back and forth with brand deals and sponsorships takes a whole lot of work, okay, and management in the inbox, because I get tons of requests in my inbox for people to want to sponsor a video for me to work with them. Okay, so now what you need to do, and the cool thing about ChatGPT5 is you're going to navigate over here to where it says new project. Okay, I already named a project because I wanted to get started and do a demo on my own before I showed it. So I called this project Agent Demo Mode. Basically what a project means is that all the chats that you have down here, you can house them in a folder. So it makes it really nice and neat, so you can keep your chats in folders. Okay, so I'm in the agent demo mode. I already have a chat going in here, and I'm going to show you the results of what I did in here. It's going to blow your mind. All right, but the first chat we're going to do is we're going to have it be the scripting mode, right? Scripting, research and SEO. Okay, so basically, of course, the first thing you want to do is create a new chat, or I'm sorry, put in chat. You want to put it on agent mode, okay? And then deep research, I don't think you need to use this because when you do agent, it's going to go crazy. So here's my prompt, and we're going to use the niche of real estate agent. All right, so I'm just going to press this. And also in your settings, if you want to make this a different color, you can change that. You can change how ChatGPT talks to you and all of that. So this is going to start thinking. Okay, and what we're going to do now is we're going to open this into a new tab. All right. Then now what we're going to do is come back here to agent mode. And while that is doing work, we are going to set up a brand new agent doing scripting. Okay, so I'm going to grab the other prompt that I have for scripting. And it's basically like we're using the niche example of breathwork coach. So you are my YouTube scriptwriter, draft a 7-minute video for a breathwork coach targeting entrepreneurs with burnout. Include a strong emotional hook, 3 science-backed benefits of breath work, and a CTA to book a free session. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and do agent mode. Oops, not here. Agent mode and click go. And if I go back to the SEO and the researcher, you can see it's still working, which is really, really, really cool. All right. And if sometimes it takes a little while, and if it does, you just got to say like, make it fast. I need it now. Hurry up. All right. So now that agent is going. Now we are going to do what's the next agent? All right. So this next one, we are going to have it be our funnel strategist and have us create email sequences or email blasts. So for the sake of speed in this live demo, I'm going to use a script from a YouTube video because the other agents are still working. So based on this script, and I just copied and pasted a script from my YouTube video. Okay, so I put it in the sequence, or I'm sorry, I put it in the prompt. Create a 3-part email sequence and 5 LinkedIn posts to promote my agency's YouTube coaching service. I'm going to call it the Ascend offer because the cool thing about ChatGPT5 now is that it memorizes all information between all chats. So a chat that you had about legal, a chat that you had about negotiation, a chat that you had about whatever, optimizing or asking AI about optimizing your health, it's going to take into consideration all of those things. All right. So it knows what my Ascend offer is. So let's do that. Each email should include urgency, proof, and a clear call to action. Okay, so boom, here it is working within seconds. Okay, this is awesome. And the great part now is like ChatGPT5 doesn't get caught up and overworked, right? How the last versions did where one memory would kind of shut down and have to reload. It can work seamlessly while the others are still working on it. Oh, look at this. So this agent that we had for the YouTube topics for a real estate agent, boom, topic, SEO titled, SEO optimized video title, example tags, boom, created within seconds. And look at this. This is really cool because now it has references. It says, hey, check out this website. This is the reference that I have, right? Wellness focus, smart homes, description draft. Okay, so this is so cool and it cites its work. Okay, it gives you the sources, whereas before it just kind of spit out stuff and you weren't sure. You kind of had to research what it said sometimes on your own. So this is amazing. Okay, so that agent is done. Okay, so this part is probably going to blow your mind. All right, I'm going to put this in agent mode and it's not going to do the full thing I want it to do today because it has to be built, right? And what I mean by that is I gave it the prompt, you are my community manager, reply to these 5 comments in a warm professional tone. And why did my light turn off? On? That was random. Here's the thing. The agent mode, it can't connect to my YouTube studio. But it can, but we have to set up an integration. And this obviously can't be performed today because this takes some time. But basically what you would need to do is integrate ChatGPT with the Zapier tool so that the Zapier tool could connect the YouTube studio to ChatGPT5. So that's an integration I'm still working on. And this is something that as soon as we figure out, we are going to implement for our clients within our Ascend container. Okay, because see what it's saying is like, oh, actual comments could not be found. Okay, it's looking at Marissa Romero comments and it's trying to connect already, right? The comments and see what people are commenting on my channel. This is crazy. All right, but basically what this would be able to do, because I asked it, I was like, can ChatGPT really do this? And it was like, yes. What you need is to integrate X, Y, and Z, and then I can directly respond to comments. So imagine this is kind of like ManyChat, being able to respond instantly to your YouTube comments, right? So this is like a full-on channel manager for your YouTube channel. This is bananas, okay? This is absolutely bananas. And so the last thing that I wanted to demonstrate is the sponsorship. Now this is gonna blow your mind, okay? So I'm just gonna give you the prompt, but I'm not gonna wait and show it because it takes about a half hour for it to do the research, and it really should, because it's a lot of work. Okay, so this, you really have to have your connectors connected. And here's the prompt right here. Okay, basically it says, you are my sponsorship agent. Research 3 wellness brands that align with a subject matter expert in stress management. Draft a personalized pitch email for each brand, highlighting my audience, yada, yada, yada. I'm not going to read all of it. What I am going to do is show you what it already did for me. Okay, just yesterday I did this. What I prompted it to say was, you're my sponsorship agent. Research my inbox to look for companies that have pitched me a sponsorship opportunity and that I have not responded yet. And please research other brands that align with my Marissa Romero YouTube channel. I've done really well with AI tools, CRM softwares, companies like Wix, anything to help my audience make more money in, I said my online business, but I meant their online business. So literally what it did, this is bananas. It went into my inbox and it was like, oh, you have an unresponded sponsorship inquiry from Yodo ads. All right. And then here's a list of aligned brands and key features of that company. And it gave me reasons why this would be a great company for me to work with. Then what it did was it went to pitch each one. So it wrote an email pitch to Wix. It wrote one to Jasper AI. And then I was like, okay, you guys found, or you guys, my agent, my sponsorship agent found one unreplied sponsor, but are there any others I need to reply to? I think I remember at least 5 more, which is really like 100 more in the whole like history. And then it said, oh yeah, here's the brand and the details and the action needed, unread. So I haven't even read these, okay? So I was like, hey, can you just do a little bit more research? So that is cool. So it even replied to Chelsea from Abby Connect and all of these others, okay? And it gave me the links so that I can check out the links and what the company is. Because sometimes you get a sponsorship inquiry and they don't even give you their website. It's like, dude, who are you, or girl, whoever you are? That is crazy. Just within literally minutes. I had the SEO researcher agent, the script writing agent, the email composing agent and copywriting agent. I had the funnel builder agent and the sponsorship agent right here, all working at the same time. Guys, this is revolutionary. All right, so the breakdown and the flow again in the order of all this is agent number 1 finds the idea. Agent number 2 scripts it. Agent number 3 builds the funnel. Agent number 4 nurtures my audience. Agent number 5 lands the partnerships. So now if you have a YouTube channel or you're about to create one, you already know that once you upload a video, there are the 18, and yes, I said 18, the 18 essential things that you must do so that your YouTube channel is catapulted by the algorithm and that you get way more views, brand exposure, money, etc. So I already broke down what those 18 things are that you must do after you upload a video. So I'm going to break that down. And I just wanted to say that if you want custom implementation of any of these things, your AI agents, what exactly to prompt it for your channel, for your business, for our team to go ahead and manage the channel and do all the SEO, behind the scenes, descriptions, tags, manage your community tab, all of that, definitely check out more information on our Ascend container. All you got to do is click the link right here or the first link in the description, and there's a 5-minute video breaking down how it works. If it's interesting, then you'll book a demo call with myself. I'll walk you through it and see if it's a good fit. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and check out those 18 things. The first 2 things I'm going to go over are, of course, the title and thumbnail, and I'm not going to go over them in depth right now because each one of those topics is a 20-minute video in itself. But what I will say is that I definitely know both of these two things before I press record, and I do that and I make sure that I plan it out so that I give my channel the best chance for optimized titles and thumbnails. Now, I recently made a video about YouTube's algorithm update and the new AI scanner that it has, which makes SEO extremely beneficial to creators this year and beyond. And let me just say, the main SEO aspect of it all when it comes to YouTube and doing optimization is your title and your thumbnail. So the idea here when I choose a title is that it is mostly curiosity based and it's less how to and it's more of my experience. So for example, instead of creating a video on how to get more YouTube views, I'm going to title a video like that, how I've uploaded over 1,000 YouTube views and here's 10 things I discovered. Do you see the difference in the lived experience versus like the boring generic how-to that anyone can Google or look up with ChatGPT nowadays? The next thing I'll do is I'll specifically think of my thumbnail design and also copy before I hit record. That way, like for example, in this video, I made sure that I took a 30-second screen share video, meaning just 30 seconds of me doing different poses with the silver play button so that my editors can grab a screenshot of this and create the thumbnail design for this specific video. And then I also think of the copy and the text is going to go on the thumbnail. When it comes to thumbnail practices, just really quick, the basics, you know that you want a nice, clean, clear image of yourself, not a lot of mess in the background, preferably a white background, and you don't want any more than 3 to 5 words on the actual thumbnail. This is like thumbnail 101. And also know that the copy on the thumbnail needs to be curiosity based as well and should be completely different than the actual title of your thumbnail. All right, so after you upload the video onto your channel and you're hit with the detail screen in the YouTube studio, you're like, okay, let's start to optimize. So after you put your thumbnail and title in the description, then the fun begins. And let me just say, here is what powers my entire pre-optimization strategy and how I don't have to remember every single time what to do. It's all laid out. So I have an Asana board. Okay, and in that Asana board, I have everything scripted, planned out. But what makes the Asana board so important is that every single thing I need to do is mapped out. So what this means is the Asana board holds the place where I have my content pillars of my channel, so I never lose sight of what those are, right? The content pillars are YouTube for business, content creation, and YouTube tips, and making more money on YouTube with your business. Okay, so what I have is a template task. All right, so if you know Asana, you know that everything is based off project and then a task. And then when I click on this task and it says template, when you come all the way through here, I understand exactly, and my team does as well, what we do every single video. So it's all listed out and a step never gets missed. And then when I scroll over to the right side of the Asana board, I have everything I do every time that I film a video. So I have scripting, filming, transferring the footage, briefing to my editor, the editing, in review, and then of course publication, where all of the YouTube videos and information for that video project are housed. So going back here to the template, like this video right here, 10 things I do before I hit publish on my YouTube videos, I click on it and I go into my script, okay? And what I do is I have my light script right here so that I have a list of things that I want to remember. And then when I go back to the main one, okay, and then also what I do is I take inspiration. You can see here, this guy's Dan the Creator. I take thumbnail inspiration of videos on the same topic that already convert. So I have that in the main description. And then I have the script here, notes, thumbnail creation, so I can see what's next on the to-do list. Okay, so then I will be able to easily go into the YouTube studio and go down the list of the description, tags, etc. Which brings me to my next point, and that is a keyword-rich description. So next what I do is I leverage ChatGPT. This is where the first ChatGPT prompt comes in handy. And I tell ChatGPT, based on the title and the transcript of the video, which you can access the transcript for free on auto-generated in the subtitles, I combine that and I tell ChatGPT to give me about 100 character paragraph SEO rich description in my voice of what this video is about to make sure it attracts attention with the algorithm. And it does. It It creates a beautiful paragraph that I then copy and paste, put into the description. And then at the same time, to kill two birds with one stone, then I say in the same prompt, give me 20 comma separated keywords that are going to be recognizable with this algorithm and that relate to the video. And then all I do again is copy and paste the comma separated, and then I put it in the secondary keyword, or AKA tag area of the backend optimization, and boom, I have that. So those two things are created within just a couple of minutes. The next thing that I do not forget is I always put my main funnel, or whatever I'm trying to drive traffic to in the video, on the very first link, or line, I should say, very first line of the description. Now this is interesting because before I always used to say, hey, you have to put the title of the video on the first link so it's better for YouTube optimization and more searchable in Google. That's not really relevant anymore. And I'm a business owner. I always want to drive traffic to my business and website and funnels first. So you'll always see, probably 90% of the time, my lead magnet right there on the front line, or I'm sorry, the top line of the description. And then all other relevant links to my website, to my affiliate links, to other courses I have will be towards the middle. So as a recap, we've talked about so far the title, thumbnail, a paragraph keyword rich description, funnel and website links. Now the next thing you need to do is focus on cards. Okay, so a card is the link right here that'll pop up like, hey, check out this video I just made about the 9 things I do to leverage AI as I'm growing a channel of less than 1,000 subscribers. And it'll be a link, boop, right here that pops up. That is a card. And that's super easy to do. You just click where it says cards and you pin in the video where you want a video to pop up, or a link, or a channel. And side note, you can't add a link to a website until your channel is officially monetized with the Google AdSense program, but I highly recommend adding links to other YouTube videos and playlists in the meantime. The next thing, which is extremely important, is an end screen. And the reason why it's so important is because oftentimes we think that the CTR of the channel, meaning the thumbnails, are really important, which they are, but there are 2 CTRs on a YouTube channel that are important. That's the CTR of the people that are clicking on your thumbnail and your video, and the CTR of the end screen. So how many people are continuing to click and watch your videos after the video is done. So you have 2 of them, right? You have the CTR of the main channel, which should be between 7 to 10% for a small channel, between 4 to 6% for a bigger channel, and the click-through rate of an end screen, which should be above 3 to 4%. That's a very healthy range. And the way we do it here at Subscribers to Sales and on my team is we always shout out a video. That's it. We don't want people like going to the subscribe button. We put one thing, and that is a playlist. On a square, you'll see the template pop up of the end screen. My video editors put like arrows, like watch next video. So it's very clear. I just want you to do one thing, watch the next video. And pro tip, when you put the next video, make sure you put it in a playlist so that people are clicking onto a playlist and not just a single video. All right, so we went over secondary keywords, also known as tags. I use ChatGPT to create those tags, and then you just make sure you copy and paste them in the tag section. Then this one right here, watch your video. Okay, make sure you watch it on unlisted, obviously, and you want to make sure you're putting a first comment on your video because everyone sees the first comment and you want to make sure you pin it. Okay, so you want to make sure in the first comment it's saying something engaging like, hey, what's your biggest takeaway of this video? Or drop your favorite recipe if you made a video about the best vegan recipes. But make sure you pin the comment to the top so that it doesn't get lost in the comments you get after, and then you put your most important website link or funnel link in that pinned comment as well. All right, the last 2 things aren't super important to SEO, but I've decided like I want to include them as we do SEO, and those are timestamps and hashtags. I'm not a huge fan of hashtags, honestly. You can use hashtags or not. Like I heard a statistic somewhere that it's only the driver of like 0.1% of traffic. So for discoverability, hashtags aren't really relevant, but you know, whatever, we use them anyway. And so it's really easy to ask ChatGPT to make timestamps for you. You just basically say, hey, here's my video, here's the title, here's the transcript, create 6 to 8 timestamps for this video. Make sure they're curiosity based and they don't give away the point, and they'll create the timestamps for you, but it's impossible for them to get the actual time right. They don't know how to evaluate the time and where words are said in the video. So that's where it's kind of like, hey, it's probably best to just do this by hand or have a channel manager do this for you. So this is a lot so far, and we're only halfway through what you critically need to do. And I would say to you, especially you business owners watching this video, outsource this. You can outsource all of this. And this is exactly what we help our clients do on Team Subscribers to Sales is, hey, not only do we coach you and consult you and do the heavy lifting for you in our programs, we help you install an internal YouTube team onto your channel, because this is a lot, right? And as a business owner, you don't have extra hours during the week to do the optimization. It's extremely important, but you don't need to do this yourself. And this is why I highly advise outsource right away as soon as you can for somebody to do these things for you. Because realistically, you don't have time to watch the entire video and match it with the cards and go through all of this stuff, because again, we're not even halfway done. And so if that sounds interesting to you, you can check out the link in the description to apply to work with my team to see what that could look like, because you want to focus on the income producing activity, which is filming. Okay, the next step is actually a bonus step, and it's not mission critical, but think about it, okay? And this is something I'm actually testing as well. So proceed at your own caution. I don't know how this will perform, but I'm excited about it to try, and that is YouTube Shorts. So my plan is to take a long form content segment, or for every long form video, have my editors take a really great segment from that video or several segments and combine it into one to make a power clip and repurpose that and create a YouTube short out of it. And then also create a original reel style short where it's me talking in my cell phone outside by the trees or whatever about the topic of this video. And the idea is for both of those two shorts to link to this long form video or whatever long form video I'm doing and push traffic to it, okay? And get those short viewers to be and convert to long form viewers and watch my long form content. I made a whole video about how I believe that YouTube finally fixed the shorts algorithm to finally cross promote long form videos correctly. So I'll leave that link in the description as well, or up here so you can check that out. Okay, the next thing, I think I mentioned it, but just real quick in case I didn't, you want to make sure you watch your video and give it a like. That's it. Okay, next thing, reply to comments. Now this is after the video is published, but it's really great practice for you to reply to all comments the first hour after it's published, especially if you have a channel with over 100,000 subscribers or whatever. Like, the comments can really start to pop off, especially when people have conversations in the comments, but you want to be sure you're responding to all of those. So that's post optimization. We're talking about pre, but I just wanted to mention that. Community tab. This is so important and very overlooked. What you want to do is when a video is gonna go live, you can pre-schedule the videos in your community tab. So what that means is you can go to your community tab, click on new video, and you grab the video and you just say, hey, here's the latest video, link to it, and schedule it to post and go live shortly after your YouTube video goes live. And you don't want to miss this step, because community tab is a source of traffic, and it may seem, especially if your channel is small, that no one's clicking and no one's watching and it doesn't matter. People are clicking. I can promise you, okay? Because now it's really cool, because on mobile, when you see a video that's posted in the community tab, it starts playing automatically, so they can see the beginning, 10, 20 seconds of the video, which is even more reason why people are clicking on those videos that are posted natively in the community tab. Here's another great thing to get in the habit of once you have all the prior things I mentioned down and you have a YouTube editor who does the thumbnails and also community manager. Start split testing your thumbnails, okay? Because for example, on a recent video I did, which was called I Challenge You to Commit to 90 Days to YouTube, I had my editors create two versions of the thumbnail. One had text at the bottom and the other one didn't. And so what we do is we set those up to split test against each other. So in the YouTube studio area in the details where you upload the thumbnail, there's an option where it says test and compare, and then you can actually split test up to 3 thumbnails. Okay, this is really cool, but this is going to give you the winner, and this is everything, because if you're able to gain an extra 3,000 views just from simply split testing a thumbnail, this is so important. So it's worth the extra effort for the graphic designer or person doing your thumbnails to create 2 to 3 versions to split test right away so you can find out what the winner is and keep that one. All right, the next 3 things are super important to getting even more reach, and I do these things on a tool called Go High Level. That's my CRM. I love it, love it, love it. So I'll leave my affiliate link in the description if you want to support and grab a Go High Level account today. You'll see how incredible it is and how I've switched my entire business from Kartra to Go High Level. So let's go behind my screen and I'll show you how I promote my YouTube videos even more with these 3 tools within Go High Level. Okay, so welcome to my Go High Level account. Right here in this area where it says my business name, you want to make sure that you are in the sub account, meaning when you have a Go High Level, you are in the agency view when you have to switch over to the sub account. Just FYI, kind of an interesting thing with Go High Level. Okay, but the main thing is once you get here to your sub account view, you can scroll down all the way here to where it says marketing. Now this is going to be the first thing we take a look at because we're going to look at the social planner. So what I do in social planner is I schedule out all of my socials to Instagram, LinkedIn, even YouTube shorts you can upload here, even TikTok you can do. And what I do is I come here whenever I have a short or the short that correlates to the YouTube video, I come here to new post, all right, and create new post. And let's just say for the simplicity of time, I just want to upload to Instagram. I have my accounts connected, so I click on Instagram. Okay, and then what I do here is I come and I make sure it's going to be a reel, right? Because you're going to have maybe like a 60-second clip from your YouTube video. And then I come here and then this is where the caption is going to go. So let's see, I don't have a caption, but let's pretend I do. Caption goes here. And then there is the file. So there are previous reels. You want to upload the latest footage. I already have previous reels here. So let's just say this is the reel that I want. Then I just double click it, really. I double click it and then it uploads here. Okay. And then caption goes here. And then let's, text, more text. And then let's say you have like comment, YT to see the full video. And then what this is going to do, similar to ManyChat, if you have ManyChat, Go High Level has its own version of ManyChat. It's going to send the YouTube link to the person who commented YT. So it'll send the YouTube video to them, and that's really, really cool. The other thing you can do here, this is the real image or thumbnail image. If you have a thumbnail image that you want to switch out, all you got to do is come here and click custom thumbnail. And then this is another one, insert media, and then this is going to be the thumbnail of the reel on Instagram. So this is really awesome. So you can do this, you can post it now, or you can schedule to post later, which I highly advise. So schedule this maybe to post 24 hours after your YouTube video has already gone live. So you just go schedule a post. Let's say I want to post it next Wednesday at 8 a.m. Super easy. Now that is locked in and this is scheduled. And just to show you again, it's super easy to post to LinkedIn from here. For example, this post has a LinkedIn post as well associated with it. So it's the same thing. So whether you want a carousel image or your YouTube video clip, they can all be published within clicks and a couple of posts and uploads. This takes like seconds to do. So I think that is really, really cool. So the next thing you want to do, we are in the social planner tool of marketing, right? When you're in the marketing as well, you can hop on over to where it says email. And then the next thing I do is I always send an email of the latest video. This is a great way because your email list is hot. Of course, assuming you are building your list, but make sure you're emailing your YouTube videos to your audience because they are already engaged with you. They want to know more and get updated about your videos and everything, your marketing. So this is really easy. All you got to do is come in here to where it says emails, go to campaigns. You can see all the campaigns we've had before. You can create folders of emails you want. So we have a folder specifically called YouTube Video Email Blast, which means we blast all of our latest videos to our email subscribers. Okay. So what I do, it's really easy every single time. So for video 38 that will be posted next, I come here, make a duplicate of this campaign or a clone, and then it clones. And then you can see the draft right here. And then what I do is I go into draft and I make sure this is the old email that I already had. So I make sure I edit all of this. This will all be created based on the latest video. But one thing I want to say is I leverage ChatGPT to create this email right here. So I make sure I create a chat and I feed it information about my voice. Like, hey, here's my voice. I feed it my webinars, my presentations, my sales copy, all that, so that it knows how I speak. And then when I do this, I just say, hey, here's this latest video. Here's the title, the transcript. I want you to make a fire email that promotes it and highlights the main points of the video and is at the same time casual, bold, and authentic, or whatever the case may be. And then it will create the email for you. Then you copy and paste it into here. And then you schedule it out to send to your contacts in your email list. You can send it to people by name. You can send it by tags, list to theirs that they're subscribed to, etc. All right, then the next thing we got going on is the workflow. All right, so a workflow is right here tucked in the automation. Then when you click on it, this menu comes up, and what this is you can create folders as well, folders that house different workflows. Now this is, well, like there's no way to go over all the options, but basically what this is they have an automation where it takes the place of ManyChat. So we can create workflows for you so that you can have people comment whatever word, keyword on your Instagram post, and it'll send them something. So for example, if I go into this workflow here, it's called new YouTube channel, because basically what happens was when people comment on a post, okay, it could be any post. If they comment the phrase new YouTube, it sends them my new YouTube channel. So it's the same thing. All I want to do for a new YouTube video is what I'll do is I'll clone this workflow that I already created, and I'll say, hey, make sure that if anyone comments XYZ, whatever, it doesn't matter, send them this link and it'll be the YouTube video. And then another pro tip, when you send people to a YouTube link in the description, or I'm sorry, when you send people to a YouTube link in Instagram, it doesn't automatically open in the YouTube app. When you mask your YouTube link in a tiny URL, when people click on it in the DMs, it'll open up in the YouTube app, which is what you want. Okay, this is how you get the watch time. So be sure, pro tip, to put your YouTube video link here and create a tiny URL for it. This is kind of like Bitly, but think of, this is tiny URL. So then when you have this tiny URL link, you're going to have that be the link that you send out. So respond on comment. So you can say, hey, awesome. When somebody comments the keyword, you can say awesome, send you a DM. And then in the DM, you can say, hey, Marissa here, awesome to have you, drop a comment. Here's the link to my latest video title, and then link. And then that's what you put the link in here, right? That's where you drop the link. So it's really cool because you can put the link like as is in the message, or you can have someone click on a button, right? Like tap the button if you want to see the video. And then you can have a button that looks like new YouTube channel, tap, and then it'll send the link to the video. And that's that. Then you just save the action and then you are all done. Okay, so those three things, the email blast, the keyword, and also the social planner so that you can post a clip of your YouTube video on your Instagram and other social medias, is really key to having major discoverability and promoting your video and getting as many views on it as possible for all the hard work that you have done. All right, if you enjoyed this video about ChatGPT5 and YouTube powering your next $1 million, you'll definitely love the video coming up next, all about how I leveraged, again, ChatGPT to help me inject a fresh $17K into my business within one weekend. That video is coming up right here, right now. Just click right here. I will see you on that video.